All right. Now we're going to do a pyramid and a cylinder in 2-point perspective. And you don't need to write it on the top, but I just want to show you. But we have to basically do squares in order to do a pyramid or a cylinder. And I just want to make note of something. So this little piece of paper, this little Post-it that I have is a square. And when we're looking at it straight on like this, it's easy to see that the sides of the square are perfectly matched and everything. It's easy to see the full square. But the thing is, when we have a square in front of us that's not totally facing us directly like this, we put it to the side, then it doesn't look so squarish anymore. It starts to look as if it was laying down on a floor or something. It starts to look diamondy. And so when we go to do a square on this surface, it's not going to look like a square. It's going to look like a square laying down on the floor. And so it'll go from looking like this to kind of diamondy. But that's the beginning of a pyramid and a cylinder. So for this one, we don't even start with any sort of vertical line. We just start with kind of like a V like this. Okay, and then I'm going to try and get the same. I'm just going to take the square. I'm going to decide where my square is going to go, just like that. I'm just choosing for it to be about that big. And then kind of like the other side. So there, I'm going to. Okay, so that was B, basically our square sitting on the floor. Now we're going to turn this into a pyramid. So I'm going to connect the, I'll get rid of the orthogonals. Okay. So now I'm going to connect the corners of my little square, so to speak. Okay, and then that will show me where the center point is. And a pyramid has that peak in it, and it has to kind of extend up from the center point of its base. This would be the base of the pyramid. So what I do is just come down. I'm going to draw a vertical line shooting straight up out of that central point of the foundation of my pyramid. Okay, and then, so this is the peak of my pyramid, and then I'm just going to connect it back down to all of the corners. Just like this. Okay, and this side. And then the peak of that would connect down to here. That last corner, and I wouldn't be able to see the back corner. I could still do it if this was a glass pyramid, but it's not. So I'm going to pretend that it's a solid pyramid. And that's how you do it. And I'm showing you how to do a pyramid because when I was taking my big art test to become an art teacher, to get into a program to become an art teacher, they asked me to do a pyramid in 2-point perspective, and I forgot how. Actually, nobody ever even taught me. If I want to come in and do some bricks, I can easily do that just by connecting kind of these rows of lines to vanishing point. I'll just do one side because I'm going to run out of time. Okay, and then there's bricks. Okay. Actually, they need to be angled. Okay, I'm going to do a cylinder now. So go. Or actually just a circle. Okay, I'm going to create that square on the floor again. Go. Okay. And I'm running out of time, so I got to do this quickly. So I'm going to do corner to corner. Okay, and then I'm going to dissect these this intersection over here, drawing a line through it towards the vanishing point. Okay, and then a line to that, towards that vanishing point. Okay, let me get rid of my orthogonals. Oops. Supposed to say circle. Okay, so if somebody accidentally threw their pizza on the floor and they wanted to show a circle sitting on the floor, basically you go to draw a circle, but the tips of the circle will at least hit those points. You kind of have to eyeball it a little bit, but you know that the top and bottom and sides of the circle have to hit these points